Okay, greetings all. So I'm going to connect for the chat, and so much more blessings. And greetings, I am Uriel. Blessings. The angel, if you're wondering. If you're speaking, I believe you are muted. So.
Are you ready to go for questions?
I am more than ready.
Ready to rock? Okay.
Yes.
So first up is Bianca. First question. I just started singing a lot, like toning, and I'd like some assistance from the Arcturians in using my voice better for healing others.
Yes, one moment. Also, it does seem like you're connected to many reptilian vibrations also that are half reptilian, half Arcturian that will assist. And also gray, they are involved with that also. The higher dimensional grays. And that will help you also. Yes. Blessings.
Okay. Bianca also asks who is around her right now.
There is a Nebuchadnezzar vibration around you as you've known him in other lifetimes, not the one on this earth, but others. I believe you're a daughter in other incarnations. So he is just assisting you in your awakening process, in your tuning your abilities, I should say. And Michael also has been around your children as for protection. Blessings.
Okay. Next up is Vasco. Any messages for me from spirit guides?
Seems to be you are opening up much within your vibration, understanding more. One moment. Yes, the inner earth beings of your Agartha. You've had many incarnations there. Actually, as a humanoid fox. With a fox features of a face, but a very humanoid being. I believe you can connect to that. You've seen it in some of your animations here. Yes, that fox energy is very strong with you. It'll help you connect also. Some might see you turn into one. Because it was a very positive lifetime.
Okay, second question for Vasco. What beings are around me and do they have any messages?
Yes, you're tuning your abilities. Yes, also Archangel Michael says he's given you a crown of higher knowledge. I believe you are allowing more knowledge of your ancient self to be known to you, but also is for you to know more about your future self. So it has much, and to know more of your vibrational shift in this reality. What I see is you becoming more fragile, but knowledgeable also.
Okay, next up is Kingsley. Are there any messages for me?
Is that Kingsley or Kingsley?
Well, it says Kingsley, but I feel like because it's talking about levitating that it's Kingsley. Yes, so let's go with Kingsley. Yeah. So are there any messages for Kingsley?
Yes, the angels have been around you shaping your vibrations. They seem to be opening up your chakras and adding a new tuning to your chakras. That way you can connect to Mother Earth more carefully. Also be connected to the Mother Earth vibrations to get to know Mother Earth also before you go into your attunement, your new attunement. Most likely in your vibration you'll feel many alien beings around you crowding around to see what you're up to. But this is only just to enhance your abilities from what I see. Blessings.
Okay, Kingsley also asks, I'm starting to see results in my levitating ability. Any messages on that?
That you are on the right track. It will be just more than just that. Most likely you will start seeing through dimensions also ever so slightly. As your vibration is shifting well, but your confidence is strengthening so much. I believe also some of your friends will also be interested in this vibration once they see the results. But they won't be as advanced as you, at least not in the beginning. But they still have their issues there to see. Blessings.
Okay, next is Harris Braden. Are there any messages for me?
One moment. Yes, you mean connecting to the other side. Around a grandmother of yours that crossed over sometime from what I see. Even it's funny that you're actually assisting her on the other side because she is still not connecting as she would like. I'm not sure what grandmother, I do see a grandmother vibration. They're not going into details.
Okay, Harris's second question. How much of my DNA percentage is tall white?
4%. That is all.
Okay, Danielle Spencer asks, I'm wondering if I'm being prevented from making money for some reason. After many years of spiritual work, all I can seem to do is stay afloat in these crazy energies and can't see a way out of my situation.
I believe this has been mentioned in the past, but the more you connect, you have not been connecting to the right people yet. I believe that avenue will change over time, but you just have to continue on your route. It will open up eventually. I know this is like, there's a reason for this drought, and much of it is because the world is not fully ready for this vibration that you're connecting to. But it will be, you will connect to the right ones. Just give it some time. I know, that's not easy to hear, but blessings.
Okay, Danielle also asks if there are any extra hopeful messages to share.
It does seem like a shift. As for financial help will come through. You just have to hold on. That's all. Many of this has to do with why you have financial difficulties, or at least abundance that is not the abundance that you'd like. A lot of it has to do with karma and self-reflection, as the self-healing is still in the process at this time, as you might be known. You're still learning much about the spiritual vibrations also. But yes, this is hardship, yes. But it's not there forever.
Okay, Thomas Patterson asks, what are the state of my chakras?
Well, your guides say they're in a pale condition at this moment. But not to put aggravation there. You're going through one moment. You're actually tuning yourself. It does seem like you closed down many of your chakras. but only to open them up later. As it seems like you're opening up a new part of yourself, and you're like shutting them down for cleaning, from what I see. So you have very much control over them at this time. Blessings.
Okay. Thomas also asks if there are any messages for him.
Yes, not to worry about your chakra situation, as many changes you're going through also. I also see a female vibration of it coming into your energy field soon. That should change things for you for the positive. Blessings.
Okay. Donna Riggs asks, I've been watching Archangel Michael videos on YouTube. Can you tell me what's going to happen on March 20th, 2017?
The same thing that happened on March 19th, 2017, and the day before that. There's always going to be change, but other than that, I do not see a drastic shift on that date. Some might be picking up on different dimensional energies. But on that date, I don't see anything quite different than anything else. There is a shift through dimensions, yes, but that is all I see. That's it.
Okay. Donna also asks, what interesting information can you tell me tonight that would serve my community and myself to the higher good for this week or two?
One moment. Well, self-reflection would be good. A meditation among all of you to awaken who is around you, or go by your intuition. Who is around you? Who is here? Who is there? Instead of asking me for advice or for information, the information is around you. And you just open yourself up to your intuition abilities. And those that are your friends, you'd be surprised what will come through. There's a lot of Martian vibration around you. Jupiter energies also. And these are good for exploration, though. That's the only message I have for you at this time.
Okay. Next is Alex78. Are there any messages from my mother?
Yes, patience. And also, another thing is self-reflection, to love oneself more, for you to love yourself more. Not to worry about loneliness, as loneliness is a way for you to get to know yourself. And she is there all the time with you. Definitely. All the time, from what I'm saying.
Okay, Alex also asks, my mother had a specific nickname for me as a child, and I'm trying to recall what it was. Could you or my mother tell me?
I don't believe this is correct. Brian, I don't believe that's correct, though. Only thing, teddy bear, I am not sure of that. She's not, names don't always come through as her spirits for this one, not so much. She said it does not matter so much at this time. Blessings.
Okay, next is Chasa. Any messages for me?
One moment. Yes, there's a mother vibration around you, of course. But understand you've taught her many things. Mother in your life, you've taught her much. But as for her, reflecting on that's another story. Most likely not. She does not know how to. I don't believe so. In some ways, maybe. Really, understand you're a great teacher of hers. And you've done this in other lifetimes with the same mother, it seems. As sometimes you have to incarnate for her to see more from your point of view. And that's how it helped her greatly. So sometimes she can't learn on her own, so she calls on you, and you agree to incarnate with her. So you've had several incarnations with her. It's the same vibration, not exactly the same situation, but Blessings.
Okay, Maryanne A asks if there are any messages for her.
Yes, there's a reptilian vibration around her. She's still healing. Also, many males she has known in the past have been connected to them, it seems. Of which she has cleared that now, but not entirely. As many of them are part of the same vibration of reptilian, Draco, I see. But there's others. There's a mixture of different ones. But she has connected them as a Palladian, Arcturian, and in this incarnation, I believe she's settling much differences and closing many of those relationships up. Blessings.
Okay, Maryanne also asks, what is my connection with my friend Eileen as I'm thinking about going into a business relationship with her?
I believe this is a positive connection. And connections what you've had in the past is mostly she's been an aunt to you. I see the aunt as a family member. One moment. A friend, a confidant, and other. I do see the two of you in a lifetime with your younger sisters, and you would conceal secrets, but together. Secrets you've learned about others, and you would keep those together. Secrets you've had for each other also. You were very trusting of each other. So having this connection is, you are also testing that friendship also at this time, but I believe it will be a positive vibration. Blessings.
Okay, Crystal Eve Snow asks if her guides have any messages for her.
Yes, there's a patience vibration around her, but also much of what she's connected to. As for those she knows, places where she lives, is all galactic connections. I believe Andromedan vibrations around where she lives at this time. I believe there's also many Andromedans that live next door in some areas. But some of them are Zeta, some of them are Arcturian, on and on. These are people you made peace with in your past lives. This is what your guides are saying. So you would not have chosen this place to live if you did not make peace. You do know these people. You might have forgotten, but you do know them, even those that you do not know. That is the message at this time.
Crystal Lee would also like to know if there are any messages from her grandmother Ethel.
Well, grandmother Ethel, she's doing fine, having a wild time. I do see her around parties. She's like a kid again. She also does show herself as a little girl again, because she loved being a mischief little girl. She can get away with a lot of things, so she's continuing that vibration. Even she's not fully disconnected from this world, so she's still connecting to kind of her darker side to a certain degree, but she's having a blast, what she says. But that's the message, basically. Blessings.
Okay, Maggie 111 asks, are there any messages from my higher self in regards to both my future work plans and my son?
Yes, you will make the right decisions. There are some that will be crucial, but you will know what you are doing. Some of them just are very important decisions to be made, but you will make the right ones. You will think things out first, of course, but realize even when you second guess, I believe it'll still come down to the right answer. As for with son and work, the son understands he is on his own. Well, at least when the time comes, he'll be on his own vibration. But at this time, I believe you are. Yeah, there's many tests he has to go through. I believe you are aware, but I believe you will both handle it well. Blessings.
Maggie would also like to ask if there are any messages from her brother Edgar's higher self.
Yes, he needs to learn patience. Also, mechanics is very important to him. Some sort of mechanics And this is good for him because he's done this in other realities where he's solved many problems, a problem solver. And in this, just to follow his passions, basically. Live peacefully among himself. He is a joy to be around. As for his higher self, to be around some higher selves are like, I don't know what. They just, either way. Not going into that further. But either way, it is a joy to be in the higher self's position and just to live your highest assignment, basically. Enjoy your life and to share your talents with others. Just recreation is good, of course, but there's so much within you that is so constructive. That is marvelous. Blessings.
Okay, Kina 30400 asks, are there any messages from my higher self or my guides?
It does seem like the work situation is kind of up and down. Is there possibly a new job coming for you or one that you might be looking for? It does seem like that doorway probably will open in the future time, but the right decision will be made, but some also hard decisions have to be made first. As I believe, this is not exactly where she wants to be at this time, judging by the vibration that's coming through right now. But you will make the right decisions. Blessings.
Okay. Kina's second question. When I lose my identifications, I become love-focused, like symbol-minded. How can I be my own identity if I start becoming nothing? Is it my higher self personality emerging?
Yes. You're becoming less third density, it seems. You're becoming more of the spiritual vibration you wish to connect with, it seems. And your guides also say, this is part of your first question, do not undercut yourself. Meaning you deserve much more, and you will receive it also. Blessings.
Okay. Moses asks, have I had an Egyptian lifetime?
Of course, you've had several as a feline, but also as a human being, I believe it's slave vibration. Also you're very connected to one of the kings, but they're not going into details on that. I'm not going into details not at this time. But yes, you've had many incarnations there. As a Roman also during his later years.
Okay. Second question for Moses. Does my grandfather Moses have a message for me?
Yes, just you can take care of those kids. And it's okay if they grow up to be just like you because you're fine. You're doing well. Learning from your mistakes, but also they're going to make plenty of mistakes to make them into their own person. And this is a lesson for you because you're just learning from their choices that they make. Some of them, one of them, a child is going to be very hard. I believe you're already seen as hard-headed to some degree, but it is okay. This is what you all signed up for. But it'll be fine. You'll all work things out. And he is actually doing well at this time. He is still getting to know himself on the other side. He is not fully healed from his Earth incarnation. Not entirely. Lessons.
Okay, next is Angie 77. First question. A couple days ago, while trying to fall asleep, my chest and lungs sunk in very quickly and back out. My eyes were closed, but I could see a flash of white light at the same time. What was happening?
You're seeing your spirit guides, but also you are going, I believe, to the higher realms, from what I'm seeing. You were getting glimpses of the higher realms, but you're still keeping in this dimension, it seems. You're just testing your abilities, seeing what you can handle. That's all. Blessings.
Okay, Angie also asked, what is the tingling sensation I get at the base of my spine? Sometimes feels like bubbles while lying down.
It seems like your chakras are going through alignment during that. It does seem like you're doing actually some releasing there. Also, your chakras are going through a slight cleanse when you're in this. Yes, they're going through a releasing process, what I'm saying. Blessings.
Okay, next is Ra. Do I have any messages?
Yes, I've been connecting much to the Pleiadians recently as they've been asking for your help. And you're more than an astral. One moment. There seems to be much music also you've been connecting to with the Uriel recently. You're really bringing also this music vibration to some of the Pleiadians that has been recently created. One moment. Your Pleiadian connections, it does seem like you're going to be there for some time. And it seems to be not necessarily a crisis, but they need your input, it seems. We're not going into details exactly what this is, but it does seem like the Pleiadians are going through a power struggle at this moment on one of their planets, within their own people, though. Blessings.
Okay, second question for Ra. Is there a reason that I keep waking up in the middle of the night, unable to go back to sleep?
Yes, because some of from what I'm picking up on, is that some of what is happening in astral is causing some trauma, it seems. It is you just have to leave. You can't take it anymore, and when you re-enter your body, it's difficult because you're going to a slight shock. Because the tension there is quite heavy right now. It's this power struggle that is a green world of the Pleiades. They're not going to they're not going to names right now, but there's a lot of tension there at this time. There's felines on that world also. Humanoid. Blessings.
Okay, next is Wanda 11. Her first question is about an astral dream. 2 weeks ago in astral, I was in a room and two men were talking to me. One man opened a door to another room and said, "I want to show you something." I walked in and saw my purse on the desk and thought, how am I going to get out of here? Another man was on the chair by a door, and the first man said, "You just walked through a door." What's the meaning of this?
It does seem like you're leaving one reality and into another one. It does seem also has to do with your spiritual connections. And these men you're seeing, I believe you have cleared the karma that's been happening between the two of you. Or, yes, within these individuals. I believe there's going to be a new direction for you coming soon also. Around the summertime. It seems like you're clearing out old karma within these two males. And you'll be, I believe the summertime, there's some sort of change going on, but it's not clear what that is. Blessings.
Okay. She has another question about astral. Tuesday in astral, I was taken to a safe place by a man and a lady that took me to a beautiful blue room. I asked her what the color of the paint was because I've never seen that blue before, and she said she didn't know. Another girl came in, and she let me out the back door of the room. The place was huge with many rooms. What was the meaning of this one?
From what I see, you're there to actually paint the color. It seems like that color is not a color that any of them really truly want. What I see is that you're changing their reality. You're taking your point of view and changing their point of view. So when they say, I don't know, it's like meaning they're living lives that they don't fully understand or connect with, just like many on this planet do. So I believe you're going to be touching their lives, is from what I see. I do see you painting that room, though. Blessings.
Okay, next is Carol McLaughlin, and she would like to know if there are any messages for her.
Some sort of cooking going on this weekend. I know that's quite normal, but normally it does not come through a message, through a guide. But either way, it's some sort of cooking that's going on that will touch other lives. Some sort of, they're not going into, this is your guides doing this. They're not giving me full details. Whatever it is, you're going to be connecting to others also, it seems, coming soon. Strangers, but become friends in due time. It does seem also you're going to change your community connections and be connected to new people soon. And cooking will be a subject matter. That's why they're bringing the cooking up. Some sort of arrangement, some sort of social shift you'll be making. Of course, that's in some ways general, but not necessarily. Blessings.
Okay, Carol would also like to know if there are any messages for her from her birth father, James, who crossed over in 1997.
Yes, his connect. So I'm talking about himself. He has many regrets. There's a lot of life processes. He did not follow everything he wanted to when he was led by fear, and he did not accomplish what he wished to fully accomplish. So he's regretting what he missed out on this life. He's telling others to live their dreams, truly live it, to take the chances, do it. You have no other choice because you want to live a life of pitying yourself. And this is just a message for others. And that's very true. And many do not listen to that until after they leave this world and see how much they missed. So risk taking is worthwhile because you are always guided to take those risks. But when you say no to those risks, you do risk actually finding happiness for yourself and just sort of drift along and watch everyone accomplish their accomplishments. At least if you tried, at least you can say you tried. Some do not try. That's it.
Okay, Symmetry would like to know if there are any messages.
Yes, your guide says to listen to them. Find a quiet place. Ask for them to hear them. Ask for them to say something to you or to touch you. It does seem like you're ready to connect to them. There's been hesitation around you, but your guide connections will awaken. There's still going to be hesitation once you go through this process. Some of your guides have been kind of difficult to deal with from what I see between you and your guides. So that's another understandable reason why I have not been coming through more clearly. But it does seem like this is the time for them to start making their appearance, though. Blessings.
Okay, Symmetry, second question. I heard if you are part of an incarnation cycle on Earth, you must stick to completing it from beginning to end. I heard the cycle must be completed because it makes you a more balanced being once you completed it, and you must clear out all the karma that you have from the Earth in order to move on. If this is true, does this mean that I have to keep coming back to Earth after this life until my cycle is complete?
No, for you, it's different for everyone, but for you, I believe you changed much of your contracts. And I don't believe you signed up for that to begin with. Some do sign up for those type of contracts. I don't believe you did not do that. And whatever it is that was similar to that, there are parts of it that was similar, but you changed a lot of that also. I believe you're on the lifetime that you wish you have the power for how many times you come here. And I believe you're learning what you're here to learn, and you're clearing out the karma you're here to clear. So technically that is true to a certain degree. But you will accomplish your mission here. I do not believe you will. I do not see you coming back here unless you want to. I believe you have full control over your incarnation cycle from what I see. So no worries there. Yes, there might be some fear there, but do not fall for that. That is actually a trick by your Illuminati vibrations to make people think, you'll have to reinvent. It's just a trick, basically. But some do have incarnations like that. But some do want to go through the cycle again. Some do, but I don't believe you are going to be part of that. Blessings.
Okay, Joyce S. would like to know, do I have any messages from my guides And can they give me a sign?
One moment. All they say is wind. They control the wind patterns around your ears. If you feel a heavy wind around your ears and you're indoors, that is your guides. You're all connection to other dimensions also. They do seem like they flicker your eyes every once in a while also. Blessings.
Okay, next is Amy555. Can you help me understand why I have physical health issues related to my second chakra, and can you please send a deep healing infusion for this?
I will send you healing. As for what your health situation, it just seems like it was an Arcturian lifetime that was left unfulfilled. And so this is karma you are going through at this time. It was a Arcturian lifetime that you left sooner. You did not accomplish your mission. And you seem like you incarnated out and you did not want any part in it anymore. It was a big test. And you left in the middle of it. It was not suicide. It was just that you left that lifetime. Their vibration is different. It doesn't have that. Blessings.
Okay, Amy also asks, I would like to know what my angels think about the job I have at my son's school and what the people I work with think of me.
I will not put any worry. Well, they're still getting to know you from what I see. I will not put any worry of what they think. But I believe it is, some of them are a little bit snooty from what I see. Some of them are selfish. But not to worry. This is a vibration that you chose. And remember, you are learning self-love and not to care what others think. Blessings.
Okay, next is Xiao. I met a male being last night in a dream. He seems like a man with much power. My guides want me to ask him to join our team. Who is he and what is his response to my request?
He's not identifying himself at this time, but he is a helper. No, he's not done. He wants to identify himself to you, not on this public forum. He is a very private person from what I see, but he's here assisting you. Yes, I believe he is. Yes, connected to one of your guide vibrations. You're one of your guides. Yes, but he's not going to. This is not a place. He'd much rather be known to you in a more private environment from what I've seen. But it does seem like he's taking charge and help you move into a vibration you wish to be a part of. Blessings.
Okay, second question for Xiao. Is there anything that I need to be aware of in the coming weeks?
Yes, watch your frustration because sometimes it clouds your memory, your thought patterns. Frustration, it clouds your judgment also. Anger does not help you on your mission here. The more peace of mind and knowing that you will accomplish your mission here and knowing that you will solve these type of difficulties will make you a stronger person. The more anger you put towards it, understandably why you would have some, but then you still bring a positive vibration, you will come out of this doing well. And I believe you will look at the past and say, you learned a lot from that. It was, well, either way. Lessons.
Okay, next up is Brian. What professions would be best supported by my talents in this life?
I just see the music vibration around you. But as for financial well-being, that is a different story. I believe music is very strong with you. Lessons.
Okay, Brian also asks if there are any interesting lifetimes I've had that you could tell me about.
Quickly, I could say you had a Robin Hood type of lifetime. I believe inspired by the tale, but during that time period, yes. A little bit after, actually.
Okay, my name is Stacy.
Yes.
And I would just like to know if I could have an Elohim infusion. I think
Yes.
I've had one before, but I would just request an increase.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I will send you assistance for this.
Okay.
Is there, a question of that house that was on fire or that?
Yeah, I asked a little bit earlier in the webinar about it. Yeah, just wondering why.
It has a lot to do with change of direction also as a sign of changing direction. And also understand beings that bring a sign to you don't normally burn things down. But this vibration, this building did want to be burned down. It was ready to be demolished, I believe. But this wasn't. It seemed like a being that wanted it to be gone. What we were saying. I don't believe it was in your dimension though. From what I'm saying. It's hard to say at this time. They're not making themselves clear.
Interesting. It's okay. I felt very safe. I felt I saw 1111 and I felt my angels and So
it was just confirmation that you'll be fine. That's all.
Yeah, it was nice. And then I have a question from last week that didn't get asked. Okay. I was just wondering if my grandmother Dorothy had any messages for me or the family.
Well, it does seem like the family will have their awakening experience, more of it connecting to spirit from her point of view. They will let go of that hard head thinking and just go with the flow, take it easy on themselves. They do see some health benefits from it also, as there is some skepticism there, but also these are smart people and they know when they're being duped. And this society is very dupable, as you can tell. And they're going to come out of the trance, is what she says. Ever so slowly, but one by one, they'll be all, in some ways, awakening. And also, they'll have much health benefits, because some of them are holding on to deep histories within their chakras, past lives, that can be easily healed once they awaken.
I feel like that might have some. I feel like I'm becoming more authentically myself, and I'm wondering if that's going to actually be a part of that.
Oh yes,
assistance.
Yes. You are bringing assistance to this. It's an astral. You work with them. Yes, they're hard-headed, but it's okay. That's part of the Earth's vibration. They're just used to it. But some of them are getting tired of it. Also, it's not serving them well. So it's like maybe we gotta try something new. So yes,
that's how I learned it. That's how I learned to be tenacious with my family.
Yes, because it's like the old ways. It's just, yes, it's great, but isn't it nicer to connect more with just a more positive vibration instead of frustration vibrations?
Okay, that's it. Thank you so much, Uriel.
Blessings and love and light to all beings, no matter who and what they do. Okay. Good night, everyone. Blessings.